Sonic Robo Blast 2 is probably the oldest, or at least one of the oldest fan games in the Sonic the Hedgehog community that is still being worked on to this day. Yep, you heard me right. This game has been in development since 1999, originally starting as a ROM hack for a game that came out at the time. I don't remember which game, but that doesn't matter for me to review the game. Anyways, here is my review for Sonic Robo Blast 2. Just a little disclaimer, I haven't finished the game. I've only gotten to the second act of the second zone, so yeah, don't judge me. My opinions are mainly going to be about the gameplay and the levels I've played, and how I think they are, and what I think shall be improved. So if there is anything that would be important for me to include in this review, then who knows, maybe I'll just make another video about it, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, let's actually get into the real part of the review now. Let's start off with Green Flower Zone. It seems to be just like a certain other zone that has green in the name, but it does have its own identity. It is where you start learning all the kind of jarring brand new physics if you aren't used to playing the game, like how I was last night when I started playing it, but I'll get to the controls in a second. But I genuinely think that this is a good first zone to be able to show off all of the crazy new gimmicks and power-ups that you're going to see throughout the game. Yes, there are new power-ups, being I don't know the name, and I don't know the name. I don't even know if I've seen all the power-ups, or if I'm forgetting any. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm not sure how to use any of the power-ups or know what they are supposed to do, but the standard ring box, extra life box, and stuff like that you would expect to be in a Sonic game is still present, just so you know. Next, we got Techno Hill. This is not like any other hill levels in the main Sonic games. It has this weird pink goo that reminds me of the weird pink goo in Chemical Plant Zone Act 1 and 2 that's in Mania and Mania Plus. But besides that, this is kind of a gimmick-heavy zone. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a place where for first-time players you might get stuck. Because as you're seeing on the screen right now, you have to do stuff with that weird pink goo to go through it by getting a bunch of momentum from higher places. And it is pretty confusing and jarring to a new player, so I understand if you want to play the game and you're playing it and you get stuck here, I would understand that. Because it is pretty, like, I said this with the controls, but a bit jarring to first-time players. But eventual, as I was saying, eventually you'll get used to it, and I'll most likely, and if you play the game, or at least if you're going to want to try to play the game, when you get to this zone, you'll probably be able to make it through. Now it's time for me to talk about the controls, and they are a bit jarring to first-time players, as I've already said 3 times in the video now. But it makes sense once you actually see the footage and play it. Because not only does Sonic's speed go crazy fast, even at a normal running speed, you also have an air dash like in Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2, and it is overpowered. In fact, I think every character is way more overpowered than their normal counterparts in the official games, which I actually like, and it gives this game its own identity. For example, as I've just stated, Sonic's speed picks up a lot faster than in the games, and you have the air dash, which is also more overpowered than any Sonic in any of the mainline games, which I really like. Now we have everybody's favorite high-flying fox, Tails, and, well, that makes a lot of sense once you play this game, because for real, I feel like Tails' height gain by flying is pretty much around the same, well, for how long you're flying, but how fast you're actually going up is a different story. it's actually, I feel like it's going a lot higher, a lot quicker, which is how it's able to just have Tails go from point A to point B. And even though I just barely missed that platform that you're seeing on screen, what you just saw on screen, yeah, that was just me trying to be cool and just barely make it. But I just barely fell. So, yeah. Besides me trying to play bad on purpose to make it look cool, I genuinely think Tails and Sonic's control schemes are similar to how they are in the mainline games, but they're overpowered, which gives the game its own identity. Now we have Knuckles, and I really like Knuckles because he actually goes kind of fast when he's gliding. Unlike in the 2D games, whenever he's gliding, when it feels like it's slower than just jogging normally, Knuckles' gliding genuinely feels like he's picking up the pace and is being slightly faster or slightly slower, but you still can barely tell because the characters go super fast anyway. But I really like how Knuckles' climbing and gliding are very much upgraded. He was my least favorite to play as the original trio in any official Sonic game, and now I actually think that he's a lot more upgraded in this game. So, if any Sega employees are watching this, and no, I'm not going to say Sega hired this man, but I am going to say, take into consideration how Knuckles and maybe Tails too play in this game. Don't make like it go super fast how it is in this game. Even though I complimented that, it still isn't my favorite thing in the world. I like how Sonic goes as pace in the mainline games. So, yeah, if any Sega employees are watching this video somehow, then take that into consideration. And that concludes my review of Sonic Robo Blast 2. I know this was actually surprisingly way longer than the bootleg Mario game review, even though it feels like the exact same time for me making it. Because it's actually very easy to make these videos. Because all I need to do is just get footage from the game, which will take me 10 to 15 minutes to do, and then I just take the footage that is relevant to what I'm talking about, and then I'll just talk over it. So it's a lot easier to do these than like full-on bloopers and stuff. And yeah. And the most surprising part about this reviewing series is that I don't write a script out. So I have a lot of outtakes, and as you saw earlier, I even made one of the mistakes that I said a joke, which I might have done in my SMP64 Direct. I'm not even sure. I just add that ending bit because I was originally going to add a lot more to it, but I started making that video a week ago, so that's kind of been yeeted into the gutter. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want to play Sonic Robo Blast 2, it might be in the description. I know the video where I got the link to download it, because, by the way, it's Android only. Like, I'm probably going to do a lot more Sonic fan games reviews more recently. Like, I'm going to start doing that because I got a lot of Sonic fan games to play recently. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!